So I have a job. It's a good experience and a good opportunity. I get to meet new friends here. I love it. Hello, ladies.
He walks around, he cleans up all of our meeting rooms. One of the things with us is we love to write on the walls here. It's part of the culture, so you have to clean the walls, and so Cody does that. We'd have to pay our janitorial service, and the crazy thing is that would probably be work they don't like doing. It's not normal, it's not part of the usual janitorial contract, so it probably wouldn't be done that well, but to Cody, it's the most important thing he does, is what he does. So it's done extremely well. All right, we have the cleanest walls in town.
I'm classified as a shop hand. That means that if somebody needs a hand, I'm there to help them out. And I stay in the powder coating area, that's where all the paint stuff is. Put stuff up, take stuff down, put it away. Where I am now, I worked for about 10 years. They treat me with respect, and I do the same thing to them.
Todd does his job very, very well, and is very careful. Every single morning, Todd is here. If you go down the lunchroom, it's like a pile of newspapers sitting there, and you have to give to everybody to read that. And he makes coffee. Like it's 9 o'clock, you have to rush in the coffee room, start making coffee for everybody. On his evaluation, I never give Todd like 2 or 3 because he's on top of everything.
Cody is 28 years old, and he has Down syndrome, which gives him a really fun personality. He's always a very upbeat guy to be around. When Cody was about 4 years old, my husband at the time and we separated and then divorced. So I have been raising Cody since then.
My mom, she's been there for me. She's been by my side.
With the help of organizations such as Alberta Association for Community Living, they were able to help put plans together for Cody, sort of individualized education plans that helped to integrate him into a regular school. And then afterwards, he went to MacEwan University in the College Connections program.
The Alberta Association for Community Living is essentially a family advocacy organization. It was started by families close to 60 years ago now. We believe families are the heart of both our organization and community, and that what we do is support and enable families to have a positive and expansive vision for their sons and daughters and help them to figure out how to create an inclusive and meaningful life across the lifespan. From the beginning of the relationship between myself and my wife, we always had an understanding and talked about the fact that we would have our own children, plus we would adopt.
Do you want to cut up orange?
Sure.
When we wanted to adopt a child with special needs, what we didn't understand at that time was that some children were considered unadoptable. They were too difficult, too challenging. People literally gave up on them. And our son turned out to be one of those children. And if I hadn't met him by accident as a result of my work, the odds are quite clearly he would have ended up dead on the streets in jail. He'd been removed from his home at the age of 2 from abuse and neglect. He had multiple labels: aggressive, violent, intellectual disabilities, reactive attachment disorder, oppositional defiance disorder, behavioral challenges. Later on, we realized he had fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, and probably he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder We knew there would be challenges. We knew that love couldn't address all of this. Our lives basically turned over on end. We'd gone from the idyllic middle-class family with a son to having somebody we couldn't quite understand in spite of our expertise. Our approaches that typically worked with other people didn't work with him. So we had to make a decision as a family to, in a sense, redefine ourselves. And that is, if we rejected Todd, if we failed, we knew what would happen to him, that this might be his only chance at a life, actually. And the idea of sending him back into that system where he would remain unknown, where he would continue to probably be over-medicated at the time and just be seen in terms of the challenges was not something we could live with.
I was adopted when I was 7 years old. That's all I remember. My life has changed a lot because I'm more happier. Got caring parents who I care so much for, and a brother who I enjoy spending time with because I got a nephew and niece who I love dearly. Got a lovely wife at home and a cat too.
When Cody first started working at Alberta Treasury Branch and I found out that it was right downtown in the corporate head office, we told everyone that Cody went straight to the top.
You know, since Cody's arrived here at ATB, there's lots of things he's working on, and one of them is his speech. And I think the whole idea of being out conversing with people, he talks to everybody he meets, and you can see that that's definitely getting better.
Okay, morning, Bob.
Hey, Cody, how's it going, man?
Good, good.
As companies, we're all looking for engaged, motivated people who stay and are good at what they do. And I think if you work at it, whether it's physical disabilities or mental disabilities, if you invest a little front-end effort, there's an opportunity to actually make your business more successful, have lower turnover, lower training. You can actually come up with an employee who really, really appreciates that job, who is probably never going to go anywhere because it's a job made for them, and they get very, very good at it.
I love being here. I am proud of my job. For Mr. Dave Hart.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Do you have now?
Oh, thanks, Cody.
People treat me with respect.
It seems to me I beat you every time.
Not today.
Cody and Dave have quite the remarkable friendship, and you know, they're quite the co-workers together from what I've heard and what I've seen.
You are going down.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Now, I think we are supposed to hold hands underneath here, like that.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cody's actually pretty strong. So it started out with me teasing him that I could kick his butt anytime, anything he wanted. And so he chose arm wrestling. I have quite a sore arm some days because he always wants to arm wrestle now because he can beat me on some days. Some days I can beat him, but usually he tries to distract me.
Come on. Wave. Kiss her.
What did you call me?
Wave. Kiss her.
That's what you're supposed to do. He's a funny guy.
Todd has changed so many ways over the years, and work has certainly been a part of contributing to that. When you're needed, I think it calls out potentially the best in you, or at least it does for Todd. He wants to do more at work. He wants to learn more. He has to explain to me what he does, and I have to learn from him. And so when you have that opportunity, when so much of your life sometime has been about everybody teaching you and telling you what to learn, I think it does change you. He's become much more mature. I think it put him in the position of being able to be supportive, to have a wife, to earn an income, to buy an engagement ring, to take her out to dinner, to take her to movies. There are so many ways his life is different because he has this job. And I doubt very much that people at work understand the degree to which being that kind of employer has improved the quality of Todd's life.